Listeners, Season 2, Episode 20. And to my left here is the one and only Kim Evans, the fearless leader of the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to learn about what they do in our community, the impact they're going to be having for generations, and the impact they've already had for generations and generations of young kids from 5 years old to 18. We're going to learn about how Kim rose up to the challenge this past year during Hurricane Helene and all the things that had to come with that, their integration with the hub here in Augusta, and all the excitement that the Boys and Girls Club is bringing, including the upcoming celebration of Youth Gala, the Youth of the Year, November 6th. You're going to hear more about that on this podcast as well. It's something you don't want to miss. Missing, I don't know what that word even is. Listen now. And we are back, Season 2, Episode 20, dear listener. And we've got, not a fully real estate related guest today, but a very, very prominent and interesting. We're just pumped to have her on the show. I texted her about 7 this morning, all caps. Hey, ready to go. Here's what we're talking about. Kim Evans, everybody, the fearless leader for the Boys and Girls Club here in Augusta. Kim, how are you?
I am well.
I'm
Matt,
loving the blue.
it's so great to be here. Thank you. I figured I'd dress in my Boys and Girls Club colors.
We are matching. I did not know these are Boys and Girls Club colors, but the shirt spoke to me this morning.
We should look good on camera together.
We're going to be phenomenal. That's what's important. Hopefully the camera will decide to take 20 pounds off me one of these days, but we're going to leave dressed
Still
well.
waiting on that trick.
Kim, there's going to be some people who surprisingly do not know who you are, or at least do not know your background. And just who are you? How long have you been with the Boys and Girls Club? What were you doing before then? That's a personal question. Where did you come from? Were you born here? Just give us a little bit about your story.
So I've actually been in Boys and Girls Club now, actually in Augusta. Let's start there. In Augusta for about 25 years. I can't believe it's been that long, but almost 25 years now. And I grew up in Pawleys Island, South Carolina.
Okay.
Attended Clemson University, met my husband there. We got married and actually moved to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So lived in the Dakotas for a few years.
We're going to have some questions about that. Okay.
It was cold. That's all there is to say. It was cold, and literally picked Augusta off the map because of location. So it's been really great for our family and great for me.
Okay.
I'm an accountant by trade. So prior to working with Boys and Girls Club, I worked in the public sector, just as a controller, CFO, like in the manufacturing arena, and decided to stay home with my kids.
Kids change things.
Kids change things. It's funny how that happens. But I had one boy, and when he was 4 months old, found out I was pregnant with the second one.
Oh,
I know.
Well, we just hit the 4 months with little Rex, so that's that hits home real quick. I couldn't imagine. Oh my gosh,
surprise! So had the boys, and of course they were back to back and busy little bees, and I grew up in Pawleys, where all of my family's there. Kind of grew up in a village where family took care of the kids. And I'm kind of the first one to move away from home and try to, raise a family away from that ecosystem.
Okay.
And I decided to stay home.
What are the boys' names?
Jacob and Jared.
And they're about 26, 27 now?
No. They are 20 and 21.
Oh, okay. 20 and 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 and 21.
Okay. Oh, so they at Clemson too now?
I worked for a little while before I started having kids. Worked for a little while. No, actually, I have one at AU and one that'll be going to Savannah State this fall.
Excellent. They're doing well, and they're just doing their thing. They're being 20 and 21-year-olds.
And studying business and accounting, which is just odd.
We're not expecting. What do you think they were going to be when they were growing up?
I know. It's crazy. So staying at home, though, was never a thing for me. It's not necessarily what I wanted to do. It's certainly what I felt like I needed to do for my kids. And we all know that we make sacrifices for our families all the time. So I did that. Stayed home for about 7 years. And actually, when I decided to stay home, it really lasted 3 days, like the whole full-time thing. I stayed home 7 years, but I worked part-time because I just, just didn't want to be home all day. So that's when I started working for Boys and Girls Club. I was friends
part-time
with
Boys and Girls Club.
Yes,
Okay.
5 hours a week, supposedly, which turned into 30 hours a week in 6 months and like basically full-time after a year.
Those part-time jobs kind of become full-time jobs after a little bit, don't they, Bailey?
Oh, yes, they do. The board chair and I were friends. Our families were friends. And he goes, "Can you help the Boys and Girls Club out? Maybe 5 hours a week. That's all it'll take." And I was like, I think I can do that for 5 hours a week. Not a big deal. Yeah. And here I am.
You are.
17 years later.
That's excellent.
17 years later, as the CEO. So I started, like I said, just actually helping them out. Then it became a part-time job, then a full-time job as their CFO. And in 2014, I took over as the CEO. So I've now been the CEO for 11 years. Yeah.
You've got a lot of passion for that organization.
I do.
You've got to have a lot of passion.
I do. I have a lot of passion for our mission. I really didn't know what Boys and Girls Club was when I agreed to do that for 5 hours a week. I didn't understand what we did for kids. But what I did know was, once I started working with the organization and I understood the mission, I was like, I wish I had a Boys and Girls Club growing up. Certainly would have provided a lot of opportunity for me. And it was really amazing to be able to kind of marry, purpose, profession, and all of that together. It was just, it was special. So
we
love the organization.
So, and Helica and I have had the privilege to attend the, two of the summits. Y'all have had the annual summit. So got to see Coach Smart come in, got to see Tebow come and speak.
Yes, it's our Youth of the Year gala.
What a Tim Tebow, incredible public speaker, by the way.
Yes,
he might be
we've
the
had
best
some
public
great
speaker I've ever been in front of.
He's great. Dabo was the best.
I miss Dabo.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding. We've had some really great. I'm not kidding. Go Tigers. Yes. I am a Clemson grad.
I'm a Georgia fan. I admit it. I admit Tebow. He smoked us every year he played us. I'm like, that guy can talk.
It's good. I had a lot of fun when Kirby was here.
I bet Dabo was extra special for you.
He really was.
Probably you were. How did you start?
We went over a lot of Georgia fans that when Dabo was here, but
part of the plan.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a Georgia fan except for when they're playing Clemson.
Okay, I like that.
And I think everyone, you can understand why.
You were a friend of the show. Now you're an extra friend, extra special friend of the show. I like to hear that.
Yes.
But this Youth of the Year gala, the stories that are told are just really moving. And we haven't passed that this year? That's coming up this year?
Our Youth of the Year gala is November 6th.
November, okay.
This year.
Okay.
We used to have that event in the spring, and we've now moved it to the fall.
Okay.
It just aligns better with our Youth of the Year calendar.
Okay.
The Great Future Celebration is what that event used to be called. And
that's what I remember now.
Yes,
okay.
It kind of started out as our 65th anniversary celebration, and we just decided to continue with that as an annual fundraiser. And after a few years, just realized that people really need to see the kids, and they need to hear the stories. They need to just connect with the reason we're so passionate about the mission, and connect with why they give. And that's really what we just sort of rebranded and refocused this event on. And now, instead of always having a celebrity there, sometimes we probably will, or most times we will, but it's really about the kids.
It is.
It's about the kids. It's about the mission. It's about a lot of the things that they have to overcome in their lives, and how resilient they are. We want them to share those stories so the community can see how impactful not only Boys and Girls Club, but organizations like Boys and Girls Club, like how we are. I mean, there is a huge need for support in this community. There's so much poverty in Augusta, and the challenges that you see with kids and families when you have such a high rate of poverty, are just, they can feel insurmountable to a kid. And, but when we provide the kind of supports that we do, not only as an organization programs, but it's really about the people and the mentors that we, that we have in the organization. And when you talk to a kid who graduates from high school and ask them, what's the thing they remember most or love most about Boys and Girls Club, they're almost always going to name a person or two. And that's really what it's about. It's about what the impact that we can make as individuals when we just dedicate our time and our efforts to helping the next generation.
I love to hear that your background is in accounting and that you were the CFO first. Because boys, you provide classes, training, information to these kids who otherwise may not be getting somewhere else. And on my side of things, what I see, and it's really tough. Real estate in general, there's a lot of numbers involved, and there's a lot of our capitalism is bread and butter in the United States, and in real estate, when you get a lot of players involved, there's a lot of opportunity for people to get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And the lack of financial literacy, there are, it's incredible. You'll have we'll get a phone call from somebody and they will inherit a home from their grandmother. Their parents passed away, something unfortunate. And they have so many options. You have this incredible asset and they just don't know what to do with it. And they just let it go. They don't understand how they can take advantage tax perspective, how they can take take that property and they can use as a primary residence, and how they can make improvements to it and how that can affect their taxes, how that can affect their entire livelihood. And instead they just let this thing go to waste. And it's not their fault, in my opinion. It's they just do not know what options are available. And I think that translates, the impact. I can just see the impact without even you having to tell me that some of these kids are getting from y'all's organization, and how that could, you're talking generational, wealth, a foothold that these kids could have in this type of situations. And that some people are just losing an opportunity. They don't even know it.
Oh yeah. Home ownership, we know, is one of the gateways to wealth creation. And we are teaching our kids that. Our biggest goal, really, the focus for our workforce development programs. We talk a lot about workforce development, but it's really about economic mobility and helping
mobility. I like that.
Yeah, and helping our kids and their families climb that economic mobility ladder. And it's about being, better educated, not only academically, but, also the financial literacy piece. Kids have to, first of all, most Boys and Girls Club kids, they can run their households better than their parents sometimes. They know and understand budgets and things like that. So financial literacy really is a huge part of our programs. But at the end of the day, we want kids to to leave our organization ready to thrive in their community. We want them to be obviously better off financially than their parents, but not miss out on opportunities like what you're talking about, when you have the opportunity to own a home, how do I take advantage of that?
Okay.
And the first thing we have to do is just make sure kids, and as they become adults, that they're not worried about or don't have to worry about the very basic needs in life. I always tell people that people are concerned with Maslow's hierarchy, the very
Needs.
baseline of
Mhm.
that. Yeah. And what's that? It's like if they don't have safety and food and shelter
Mhm.
and security, then they're not really concerned about owning grandma's house or how do I move up this ladder and become, better off so I can leave something to my children.
They're worrying
not
about
thinking
where they
about
sleep
that.
at night.
Yeah, exactly.
That gets in the way of so many other things.
Absolutely.
Opportunities.
Absolutely. And we see it with our kids, which is why, that some of them have trouble in school because, something on that hierarchy at the very base of that hierarchy is missing. And when it is, kids can't focus in school. And
Right.
that's where I feel like Boys and Girls Club really comes in and provides that support structure, the consistency
Mhm.
of having adults in front of you who really care about your future.
Oh, I'm curious, and for those who maybe don't know, let's create a fictional child here. Let's
Mhm.
call him Steven.
Okay.
Sure.
I know a few Stevens,
Few
so
Stevens.
sure.
You don't want to talk about Steven. You want to give him another name or her another name. We can do that.
It's fine if it's Steven.
We'll go with Steven.
All right.
So Steven is a perfect candidate for your organization. He needs your help. What does his day look like? What does his Monday through Friday look like, or Sunday through Sunday look like? And how he interacts with the Boys and Girls Club and how he's benefited. And let's make him. It's been middle school too early or too late.
I'll tell you just a little bit about who we are.
Okay.
And our
Okay.
and how we serve the community. So, Boys and Girls Club, first of all, has been around for almost 75 years here in Augusta. And today we're serving kids in 5 counties. We actually just opened up in Hancock County. So we are in Richmond County, Columbia County, McDuffie, Washington, and now Hancock County. And serving over 6,500 kids a year.
Okay.
More than 1,000 walk through our doors every single day after school when they go to school. But we serve kids from basically 6 years old. We do have some 5-year-old kids.
Wow.
If they are, if they're in school, basically we serve them. So 5 to 18. And our primary outcome areas are academic success, good character and leadership, health and well-being, and then life and workforce readiness. And those are the areas that we want to see kids thrive in. They've got to graduate from high school on time. That means staying on track as they progress through school. In terms of a healthy lifestyle, we want them to have a lifelong love for fitness and want them to understand nutrition and know how to use food to take care of their bodies. Those are some of the things that we focus on. But one of the biggest things is it's all about character and how you lead and how you show up as just as an individual, but certainly as a friend, as a family member, as a community member. How do you give back to your community? How do you make sure that you are giving to this economy and not a taker from the economy?
Understood.
So that is just some of the things that we focus on and try to make sure that kids are just prepared to be really, really great citizens. That's what's important to Boys and Girls Club. So if Stephen were coming to you said Stephen is in middle school?
The 7th grade.
Stephen's in 7th grade.
He's growing up quick.
When Stephen comes to a Boys and Girls Club in 7th grade, he will go to a tween center.
Okay.
If he's here in Augusta, he'd go to the tween center. And there, we certainly focus on academics. Again, you got to make sure kids are getting those gaps filled.
You have volunteer tutors that come in, correct? There's like volunteer tutors. You have full-time staff teaching now?
We pay all of our tutors.
Okay.
Yes, we have teachers, certified teachers who who come in after school, and they communicate with the kids' school day teachers and make sure that they are on track. We assess kids at the beginning of the school year. We collect their report card grades the first 9 weeks of the school year. We also collect report card grades the third 9 weeks of the school year, and we track their progression. Every day when a kid comes to Boys and Girls Club, we try to make learning fun.
Mhm.
So there are assessments that they're doing. They think they're
When are
playing
they
video
coming
games.
into the Boys and Girls Club?
So they think they're playing games, but they're being assessed so we can make sure that they are on track and with the pacing guides for the state of Georgia. So that's
What time of day is this?
we are open from the time school gets out, whatever time that is.
Okay.
So that's
2
o'clock,
3,
2:30
until
7
7
p.m.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So after
Yes.
school. Okay. So they're going to school.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever
It's-
school they go to, they come on over.
They come
Okay.
on over to Boys and Girls Club. They get to the clubs via school transportation.
Mhm.
But we also run a full bus route and van route to pick kids up. So we pick up from 23 different schools
Okay.
every day.
Cool.
So we have bus
Maybe
drivers and
start one
vans
before 2
and
o'clock.
yeah. The logistics for getting kids to the clubs can be challenging sometimes. But if we're on the bus route for Richmond County, they drop kids off. So that's really great. And if we have enough kids from one school, they'll bring full busload of kids to Boys and Girls Club. But that's how they get there every day. So they come straight from school. Either we pick them up or the school system will drop them off, and then parents pick them up in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah. And every day, once they get to the club, they get a snack. Very first thing, they get their afternoon snack, and then
Nice. Get them nice, jazzed up.
oh yeah,
Ready to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
They're coming
It's
hungry.
that, and then it's homework help. So
Yeah.
those are the two first things that we do.
Okay.
We try to make sure that that kids have the academic support that they need. So they'll do homework help, and after homework help, they rotate into different programs. You'd probably be surprised if you went and actually toured a Boys and Girls Club. You would see how kids move through all of the programs. We track everything that they do, so we know how many hours of physical activity a child might have, or how many hours of STEM, enrichment that they had in a particular week. So we track everything. We always say if we didn't track it, it didn't happen.
No.
It just
record
didn't
of it.
happen. Yeah. If we have no data, it just didn't happen. So we're really, really big on accountability and just making sure that we're doing the things that we're supposed to do
Mhm.
and that we need to do in order for kids to just get better.
Y'all had the I toured the facility and that y'all put on that really great event, the Big Burger Battle.
Yes.
Always a lot of fun.
Burger Battle's always a lot of fun.
Who won
It
that
was
this
just
year?
a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
actually.
It was. And
Yes.
I remember last year, Welsh, over at Midtown won it. McGuire, Midtown won it this year. Who was the winner this year?
So this year it's interesting. There were a group of chefs actually from Augusta Country Club
Okay.
won. I'm trying to actually remember the name of the organization. I can't remember. See?
CFA?
The Culinary Federation of Augusta. They won.
CFA. It's
They
way too
won
close to Chick-fil-A.
Burger Battle. It's actually it's actually a nonprofit organization.
The Culinary Federation of Augusta. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this group happened to be from Augusta Country Club, and
Okay.
it was awesome. They did a great job. Their burger was delicious. Everyone did a great job.
Yeah.
It's always a
It's
lot
a
of
fun
fun.
event.
It's hard to decide which burger is the best.
Mhm.
I just said we're grateful for all the burgers. And so excited that the chefs look forward to doing that event every year. Our community looks forward to it every year. It's so fun.
It gets bigger every year. We
It does.
we were out of town unfortunately this year, but we've been the last 3 years. And I remember 3 years ago is like that was kind of we were pretty close to COVID, and then 2 years ago I was like, this is really big. And last year I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
And so the attendance was very strong this year. Happy raised a bunch of money, just had a blast.
Yes, we had a record year this year
Of
again.
course.
Raised around $90,000.
That's all.
Yeah, it was very successful. And we sold out. I mean, we're trying to figure out how we can accommodate more people. more people
More
for that
space.
event. Oh, well, you can't get too big because people are like, I don't know if I can eat all the burgers, and we want to obviously
true.
give enough opportunity to all the chefs so that people get to enjoy their burgers.
That sounds like a great
and
problem to have.
Yeah, it's really cool. So
That's excellent.
and what we love most about it is that it's a family event. You can bring your kids, and we have activities for the kids. We have special burgers for the kids because kids are usually like, "Yep, just give me a piece of meat, some cheese, and ketchup, and thank you."
Thank you.
So we have burgers for them.
If you need to volunteer for that, I can probably help you with that side. I can do that at least.
Oh, look at there! Volunteer for next year.
To check me off, give me a phone call. We'll be there.
Consider it done. Consider it done. But yeah, it's a really fun event, and our teens participate with that event. So they're walking around and talking to people about about who they are and why Boys and Girls Club is so important to them. So it's a really cool event.
That's excellent.
Absolutely. That is now in May.
Okay.
So Burger Battle has moved from the fall, so we kind of swapped. Moved Burger Battle to a spring event.
Was it in the fall last year?
Last year it was in the fall.
Okay, I felt like it just. Someone called me about it. I think either Bowen or Trip Dunk or Trip
Brown.
Trip Brown.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second, I'm out of town, but whoa, where'd this come from?
Yes. We flipped Burger Battle and our gala.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, we'll have to pin on. What's the date for the gala this year?
November 6th. Then it's going to be at the Marriott at the Augusta Convention Center.
Put that in the calendar.
November 6th, Augusta Marriott Youth of the Year Gala.
Excellent.
It's going to be amazing. In 2024, that was supposed to be our inaugural year, which it was, but a little scaled back because this little storm called Hurricane Helene really put a damper on that event. We ended up having to cancel it, and then we had to cancel it because of the snowstorm. So
we just couldn't catch a break.
No, we could not. So we finally had it in February. I feel like we've possibly worn our donor community out with all of the date changes, but hopefully people understand that we are just trying to do the best job that we can for kids and make sure that we have the resources that we need in order to do the work that we need to do. And I think one thing a lot of people are surprised about is that nearly 70% of our funding comes from outside of Augusta, which is
a lot.
A lot. We have an $8.6 million budget, and almost 70% of it comes from outside of our community.
It's a lot of grants.
It's a lot of grants. A lot of grants.
Who's your grant writer? Can we give her a shout out or him a shout out?
A lot of regulation. Well, most of those are federal grants, and you're kind of looking at her. So shout out.
That's incredible.
However,
that's incredible.
Gateway Grants, they do help us out with all of our grant writing, and this year actually, took over the majority of our grant writing. Thank goodness.
Gateway
but
Grants.
We've done
is
that.
Is that an organization?
It is. It's a local company where it's a small business here in Augusta.
Okay, excellent.
And they write grants for nonprofits here in the community. So
that's excellent. So it's a local business. Good to know for any nonprofits out there who.
Oh yeah.
Gateway Grants.
Gateway Grants. They are they're pretty good. Ashley and her team do a great job, and we've certainly been happy with their work so far. So saves us a lot of time. Grant writing is very time consuming.
I've heard a little bit about grant writing to know that it's very time consuming and it's stressful.
It's very stressful.
Ooh.
But we have a high poverty community, and pockets of resources are they're hard to come by, right? Like it's a big budget to raise, and it costs a lot to care for kids. If you have a 4-month-old, you're getting ready to start paying for daycare at some point, probably, and you will see.
Can you see it in my eyes a little bit?
You will see how expensive childcare is.
We are well in the midst of it, and it is not cheap. It is
Absolutely.
not
And
cheap.
when kids come into our clubs, most of them are on scholarship. So they pay a registration fee, a $25 registration fee, and it may be 30. Wait, I think it's 30. Went up to 30, but they pay a registration fee annually and nothing else during
That
the
covers
year.
the paper.
Yeah.
Printed the fee that the registration's printed on at this point.
Yes. Yes. So during the school year, kids and families pay nothing. We know it's not free.
Mm-hmm.
So we are primarily funded through the Department of Education, through a 21st Century grant, which is concerning nowadays for us. The funding landscape is very uncertain.
It is. It is.
And 21st Century is one of those programs that they are looking to cut. And if they do, that's going to be tough for our organization. It's going to be hard for our families and our community.
How much what's
the number?
Impact?
Almost $4 million.
And on an $8.3 million budget?
Yes.
That's alarming.
That means we will not be able to serve a lot of kids, and that means cutting jobs. I don't know. Yeah, those are the only two ways to make up a $4 million gap.
So what's a way, as a concerned parents, concerned community members, what's the way we can give or have our voice be heard on our opinion on that? That sounds like a negative, an overall very bad thing, and I feel like some people in positions need to know that we don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bad thing. It's going to be bad for our community. It's also bad that we have to depend on it, right? I mean, this is our community, and if we care about the community and concerned about the community, then people who have in the community have to give to people who don't have, and at the end of the day, that's how communities take care of each other. Yeah. And that's done in a lot of different ways. Of course, it's done through through churches. It's done through organizations like ours. But at the end of the day, people have to give back to their community, and we're trying to find other ways and creative ways to to fill those gaps and make sure we have resources that we need. But it's something that is on my mind 100% of the time.
Keeps you up and out a little bit.
And it doesn't keep me up because I know I can only control the things I can control.
Okay. I
do the absolute best at doing that. And beyond that, it's just making good decisions. Good decisions that will have the least amount of impact on kids and on people. And that's all I can do because I'm not God.
No.
So I am not going to stay up at night worrying about it. I don't think you could have this job if you were someone who worried a whole lot, to be honest. It is, a lot of people find it very stressful. It doesn't feel like stress to me. Doesn't feel like stress at all. Every day I look at it as an opportunity to impact kids.
I love that. I love that outlook on. I love that. I love the attitude. I love the outlook. You're going to control what you can control.
Yeah, I can only control the things I can control, and I've got to do the absolute best job at controlling those things. And I think we do that every single day. I don't feel like the sky is falling with our organization. I do believe that the community will rally if necessary. It's kind of necessary already, but
we saw this during the big hurricane last year.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Time flies a little bit. And, but I did want to make sure, I don't think it got enough attention. I know you don't like talking about yourself, and no one relates to.
No.
But we need to congratulate you again. Y'all did that incredible thing. You got you and Kate got the award, and a few others for y'all's efforts at the hub during that. Congratulations on that again.
It was really special. Actually, Augusta National selected us all as hometown heroes, and that was pretty special. But the hub was a critical resource, I think, for our community. And as you know, Boys and Girls Club was one of the founding organizations for for that campus, and that place, that community place, just became really important. The morning of September 27th, was it?
27th,
I think it was
26th,
the
27th,
27th.
28th, one of the three.
Yes.
That Friday.
Sometime between September 27th and 29th.
Thursday
Those
night
were-
we went to
Oh, yeah.
Thursday
That-
I went to bed thinking, oh, who's Georgia playing Saturday? It's going to be a good weekend. And then
We
woke
absolutely.
up that morning going, oh, we've got to go do something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got to go and rally the troops.
Yes. We woke up that morning, the hub board, which, is still technically the founding board. So Boys and Girls Club, Community Foundation, MCG Foundation, Augusta National, and then Stephen Kendrick. I can't leave him out.
Don't leave Stephen out.
No, because he was instrumental in actually making that project happen. He was my board chair at the time. But, the board members, got together for sure. And we were like, something has to be done. And the CEO of the hub, Brittany Poozer. I cannot leave Brittany out either.
No, you can't leave Brittany out either.
No, she did
Your taxes just went up.
She did a great job,
And Brittany.
through that process. But like it was, what did you say?
Stephen somehow will still have to figure to make your taxes go up for almost forgetting him.
Stephen was the kid. Stephen's the tax collector. Stephen's no. But like we knew we had to do something. And we all of a sudden knew that the hub was going to be, really important in terms of recovery and getting resources to the people who really needed it. So it was great. Location was great. We had the space to do the things that we needed to do and activate, and people like Christy and Kate. As well as a lot of others, they really.
Oh gosh, I mentioned Christy earlier. We'll throw her in there.
Yeah,
don't let her figure out. We love Christy too.
Best. People gave of their personal time. If
come out the ceiling tile, jump up.
Absolutely. But we all had our own personal challenges, right? But we set those aside to take care of each other. And I think, whenever disaster strikes or whenever you have just a challenge, the community, a crisis, the best of people will come out. You'll just see people rise.
It was a group text. I think something y'all mentioned. There's a big old group chat, and someone said, "Hey, let's go." And y'all were basically operating out of the hub for weeks.
Several weeks. And actually, FEMA was also based at the hub, and they didn't leave until March. So,
wow.
In terms of the hub campus, that campus was activated for months. And like I said, it was a vital resource for our community. And I think everyone associated with the project, we were very happy that we had the resource, but thrilled that the community saw the value in it. And, I think it showed people what that place could be, especially in times of crisis. So
it was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was just the impact was just incredible.
Well, we had people from all over.
The lines. I heard about the lines. I heard about just
lines wrapped around the building, and we had people from all over come to help. I mean, we had folks come from Atlanta to actually volunteer at the hub. Yep. They called and they were like, "Look, the storm was supposed to come here, but now all of a sudden we see that our neighbors in Augusta are having a hard time, and I just can't sit and watch." So it was pretty cool.
It was incredible to see. You mentioned from the Realtor organization, we had a lot of people come down and just mobilize out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was just spectacular to watch, be a part of, and of course the hardship and everything. But I think it's kind of good to see that we need to be reminded that we can really, really get our act together sometimes and unite and make a lot of incredible things happen.
Oh, absolutely. All of a sudden, we were all the same.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Wow.
All humans, we're all the same.
I can get a tree through my roof just as easy as you can.
When we all have the same need.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how we can just come together.
It is.
We all had the same need that morning. We needed safety. We needed security. We needed electricity. We needed water.
A hot bath. Needed a hot bath for a couple of days.
Exactly.
It got pretty bad for a second there.
Yes. Yep. But I mean, we had moms come through with babies, who couldn't feed their baby. I mean, it was pretty incredible. We were able to help those families, and I don't know, it was a special time. As hard as it was a beautiful thing to watch everybody come together.
I love it.
Yeah.
Kim, we're gonna get you off on one more question here. Get you out of here on one more question. The Boys and Girls Club, Augusta, we got a lot of good things going. There's a lot of exciting things. The new arena coming up. I've been waiting for that. I've been calling for that for 10 years. I've been like, get your act together. Come on, we have to do it. This thing is bajillion years old. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
We got a lot. That's the biggest project we've seen in downtown Augusta. The hub got built 4 years ago. It was like 3 or 4 years old now?
We moved in 2022. Mm-hmm. So it's been 3 years, actually June of 2022. So we are exactly 3 years in.
And this little city we have, and we get a lot of smack, and everyone's very critical of our downtown and our city. But I just see a lot of exciting things that have happened, and the landscapes changed. I just feel really pumped about it. And I just want to know what, for you personally, what you're most excited about for these next, let's say, 12 months for our city and for your organization.
I mean, for our city, I'm just excited to see growth and to see opportunity, because that means when kids graduate from high school, go to college, or get a job, for one, they could get a job that they will be able to use to take care of their families. But if they go to college, they can see Augusta as, as home and a place that they can come back to and really make an impact and build a family.
Okay.
I know when I first moved here, I heard a lot of kids, or young adults at least, say that, they needed to move away from Augusta in order to, to really build a family, find a great job, and have a social life. So young people had a hard time just enjoying the city. And that's really important to the longevity and the sustainability of a healthy city. You've got to have young families and find ways to keep young families. So I think we're doing that, and we're doing things that will continue to attract younger families. And I think that's always positive. And so I'm excited about that, just to see the growth, see some of the changes downtown. It's really, I'm not going to say it's ugly. It's not as beautiful right now.
The trees are coming back, everybody.
Yes,
you can calm down.
It's not as beautiful right now as it once was and as it will be.
The trees are coming back.
Trees are absolutely coming back. There actually is a plan that we can all go and look at.
You can. I don't understand it.
And we can ask questions about it.
Don't get me started on the trees.
Yes. But the trees are coming back, and it will be beautiful. But sometimes, in order to to make really big change, you just have to rip the Band-Aid off, and that's kind of what happened.
It is.
I think they ripped the Band-Aid off.
They ripped a lot of Band-Aids off. How many trees they moved? Like 50, 60, 70 trees?
Yeah. We will be really happy to see the final product. It's a long project though, so we've got to exercise some patience as citizens of the city. But hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll have a beautiful downtown, and something that everybody can be really proud of. I have nothing to do with that project. I just have belief in in people.
You talk about things you can and can't control. We can't control that.
We can't control that.
No.
I have seen plans though, so I do know that they're plans. I'm not just making that up. There are plans. It's not going to stay the way it looks now, but there's a process to it, and in building the hub and building some of my boys and girls clubs. I've been in construction, I feel like, since 2017. Yeah, so I spent 6 or 7 years just building buildings, and it is always a challenge. It's never on schedule, and you just have to have patience. Cost goes up the whole time you're building, and it's something that you've got to work through. So hopefully we can be patient and a little less critical, but find ways to help people enjoy the city while it is being transformed.
These contractors are they're like cats, herding cats.
Yeah.
Get back over there, get the rough end done. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. But we love them.
Yes.
We love our contract.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
We do.
Yes.
They're listening, maybe. See.
Yes.
Probably not.
I am happy that, they at least waited until after the Masters this year, after everyone came to the city before they tore everything up. But
that was good planning. We did that right.
We did that right. It still won't look nice next year, but it's okay. It's all right. We've got to get through it.
Yeah.
We've got to get through it. But
it's been a very wonderful 45 minutes. I'm very glad you got to come on. I'm very glad you wore the blue you did. I mean, this is perfect. It's going to be great on camera.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm excited. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to everything you're doing and that you've done and you're going to continue to do. And I think it's no doubt about it. Your organization's in very good hands. We're excited to see what's ahead of you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show. Really enjoyed our conversation. And to everyone listening, remember November 6th is our Youth of the Year Gala. Would love to see as many people there as possible because our kids really need us. Our kids need us, and our community will be better if our kids are better. Everything starts with the young people.
Love it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.